Oh, bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. How's everybody doing out there? Really? These scissors don't work? Why are these scissors so whack? How's it? No, I feel like shit, actually. I don't know, man. I'm not used to being sick. So it's a weird... I gotta get better scissors. Talk amongst yourselves. What do you think Elon Musk's son said to Donald Trump? I'll be right back. He said, I think he called him. Listen. So first off, let me just tell y'all that the bonnets are still available. You can get them at amandalandexports.com. You can get your Smart Funny and Black pins at smartfunnyandblack.com. I mean at amandalandexports.com. And I'll be doing a free show of What Would the Ancestors Say on February 22nd in New York City at Lincoln Center. So I got that out the way. Listen. Here's what I'm really concerned about. I really feel like, Musk, what's happening is... No, it was never the 17th. It's the 22nd. Elon Musk is literally like, it's a coup. Like he got some shit on Trump and said, I'll make you win as long as you can put me in. That's what I think it is. That being said, my biggest concern is that folks really think that at the end of the day, Elon Musk is the problem. Because that's what so often happens in our mainstream media, and these Democrats are making it all about Elon Musk. When Elon Musk would not even be able to do what he's doing if it wasn't for all of the Republicans in Congress. Hold on, let me remove this person who is a waste of space. Okay. So I'm like, okay, like this guy's an issue. And I know that you have people being like, okay, Republicans, I saw a Democrat sit up there today on one of them MSNBCs or whatever talking about, well, what we really need is a Republican who's willing to lose everything to do the right thing. That's the plan. I know that ain't the plan. That's the plan? Child. I said, wow. Wow. And so My biggest concern is that, and this is why I will run my mouth about Democrats all day long, is that people think if we can just get Elon Musk out of there, then we'll be fine. And it's like, that's literally what they were trying to tell you with Donald Trump. Like, if they just don't get Donald Trump in there, everything will be fine. And the truth of the matter is that the reason he's able to get in there is because everything has been set up for him to be in there. That's how he got in there. Hello? So if we don't stay vigilant, what's going to happen is that Elon Musk will get removed, which I do believe will happen, because the good old boys at the end of the day do not rock with you if you're not American. Elon Musk is an immigrant to them. Trust and believe. He is an immigrant to them. They like, I mean, you white, but you not us. Like, Americans are wildly xenophobic. Wildly xenophobic. And you white from Africa? They like, what that even mean? So, I'm really worried that folks is going to get really hyper-focused on Elon and disregard the fact that these Republican senators and congresspeople at the state and federal level are the real problem, because they are absolutely committed to rolling back the Constitution to put a white supremacist, Christian nationalist, evangelist power regime in place. And so I don't want people to be thinking that Democrats are going to be any part of preventing that. They're not. I wouldn't say it feels like Reconstruction, because Reconstruction, from what I understand as somebody who wasn't there, Reconstruction, hold on. Oh, we got an idiot in here, though. Why are y'all obsessed with saying that I'm half white? Is it because, like, you want to see me get upset or something? What is your obsession with this? I'm really confused. I'm always confused at that. Like, what is it? Just like, oh, I want to see her get agitated or something? I'm not going to get agitated. I'm always confused at, like, what is the obsession with you're half white? Like, you know I'm not. And what I get bothered with is, I don't get bothered about being told that I'm half white. I just get bothered at being told that I'm something I'm not. So I don't know what that's about. And even if I was full white, I would still be able to acknowledge white supremacy. Like, I don't know what that's, I don't know how one supersedes the other. If I was a completely white person, I would be, oh, Andrew, let me get you out of here, because you're just silly. It's going to take a minute on YouTube to just kind of get clear, get the audience in here that we want. Because, people will come in here just because they've never seen me in here. And so, I got to, like, start just removing folks. I blocked Tom. Okay, yeah, I blocked Tom. Yeah, I got Tom and Andrew out of here. Y'all, like, I thought you were resting. I mean, there's no, like, yeah, I was. I rested all day, and I still got to do some work, though. It's just me. If I don't work, nothing happens. Okay? That's how that works. If I don't work, you're going to need an assistant for how many people you're going to be blocking. I don't see that. What's the right racial slur for you? Do you need to be blocked too, Drifter? Maybe that person's right. Maybe I am going to need to get an assistant to block. I'm about to go to bed anyway. Do I cook? I'm able to cook, but I don't enjoy cooking. Not the overhead projector. You just gave me an idea. Yeah, cooking is not, I do a lot of things. I don't need to cook. Like, I'm currently cutting out pins that I designed myself, that I got made myself, in a fulfillment area that I envisioned myself, on a desk that I assembled myself, next to tickets that I designed myself. Like, I don't need to cook. If I needed to, feed myself, I'd be straight. So it's not like I don't know how to care for myself. But, okay, go finish watching Small Doses. In addition to watching, liking, subscribing, and what other ways can we support you? Thank you. I would say the number one way, aside from those things, is by word of mouth. Like telling people that, she's got this show that she does on Amanda Seals TV on YouTube. And to me, like, word of mouth is the best version of marketing, because it's usually coming from somebody that you rock with. So you have another level of trust versus it coming through like a commercial or something. Right? So I feel like that's, okay, hold on. They said block Drifter. I ain't even seeing Drifter on here. Okay. Got it. Whoops. Are the pens on sale? The Smart Funny and Black pens? These? Yes. Yes, they're on sale. So listen, we only got a few more days for these things on sale. And I'm going to be... These ones that I'm doing right now are for the show that I'm doing at Lincoln Center. So I'm preparing them for the show at Lincoln Center so that people can buy them at Lincoln Center. So that's what that's about. And I'm so glad you love your Harriet pistol pen. What does the tag on the bonnet say? You can't, is it backwards? No, you can read it. It says the Lincoln Center show is on February 2nd. So that's something I don't like about YouTube Live, is that I can't like pin a comment that I wrote. Yes, you get a tracking number when it shipped out. Everything ships out before the last day of the month. So I will start shipping out. I'll start shipping out. Well, I'll start putting packages together next week and start shipping them out. But I love the show, Mo. This season was really good. Pin the comment to your bonnet. It is. That's literally why it's here. That's literally why this is here. What are my dream guests on Views from Amandaland? Dream guests on Views from Amandaland. Angela Davis. Amy Goodman. Norman Finkelstein. Joy James. Who else? Kendrick. Who else do I love to have on views for Amanda Land? That's a good question. Jon Stewart. They're gonna have to do this wallpaper again. He done left these lines. Is crazy. That's gonna bother me. He didn't really do a good job with this over here. This shit ain't cheap neither. Yeah. I'm gonna have to tell my contractor, your boy didn't really knock it out the park with the wallpaper, bruh. Ernest was great, right? Ernest was great. You just came to the live. Yes. It says available now at amandalandexports.com. Like when you ask me about dream guests, I'm thinking about people that I don't even like, not Amy Goodman, because I did meet Amy Goodman and I have her number, but like I'm thinking about people that like I don't have no connections to, you know, that so y'all are like Mehdi Hassan. It's like I feel like I could just text Mehdi and be like, can you come on the show? Like that's not like a far-reaching thing. Whereas like I've been trying to get to Joy James and I can't get her. Don't know where she at, can't find her. You know, I would love to get Angela Davis. I met Angela Davis a few times, but we've never been able to really like lock in. And so forth, right? Like I used to be cool with Kendrick, but then he blew up and they start, you know, once people blow up, they be like, oh, we, you know, yesterday's price ain't today's price. So you like, all right, whatever. So that's what I'm thinking about when you ask me like dream guests. Did someone say like Amanda, you never had a man? I lived with a nigga for 3 years. What are you talking about? Dynamite wants attention. Why y'all be so attention hungry? What's that about? You know what I'm saying? What's that? What is that really about? Wear the ring, baby? Like, let's talk about marriage. First of all, was Jesus married? The Jesus that y'all be so wrapped up in. Was he married? Did Jesus have kids? Because last I checked, I didn't know that needed to be a thing. Jesus did not have children and Jesus was not married according to the Bible that y'all study. So I don't know why the hell y'all is on my head about needing to have kids and be married. Second, I don't know what you think being married is indicative of. Like, what do you think being married is indicative of? Do you think that if someone is married, that shows that they can please a man? I don't know what that means. And if it does show that they can please a man, what's so great about that? What is so great about being able to please a man? Tell me, because I want to know. Shit. And then here we got HR 22 that they just put on the bill. That they just put in committee, where they're trying to say that wives whose names does not marry wives whose ID does not match their birth certificate because they got married, they're trying to say that those people should not be able to vote. They're trying to say that those people should not be able to vote. So miss me with the wife this and the wife that. Ain't none of that shit got anything to do with what you're doing in the world. Nothing. And this obsession with it is just like, I feel like y'all be saying that because you're like, maybe if she was married, she would stop throwing the truth in our face all the time and making me second guess my existence that I have settled in, because she does that all the time. She makes me question the existence that I have accepted, the mediocrity that I've accepted. And it's annoying. So maybe if she was married, she would focus that on the next nigga instead of me. Even though I'm not focusing on you. You focusing on me. Ciao. I feel like crap. I'm about to get off this shit real soon. Someone asked me, that's what they think. They absolutely think that being married takes away your opinion. 1000%. If you talk crazy, I will block you. Period. What else? Someone asked me my favorite books. I'm always gonna say The Alchemist. I don't really think of books in a favorite kind of way. You know what I mean? Like, there's books that I have learned a lot from. And then there's books that I've just, like, enjoyed the narrative of. Will I continue my concoction? Yes, I did it last night. I'm going to do it again tonight. Upcoming guests on Small Doses Podcast. It's just going to be so dope. So we have Miriam Francois. We have Mona Shalabi. We have Kimberly Latrice Jones. We have my homeboys Rasul Jalani and Daoud Abid, and they're talking about side effects of brotherhood as healing. That was a fabulous freaking episode. Oh my gosh. We also have Wakani One is doing part 1 and 2 of side effects of Asian hate, Stop Asian Hate. That's happening right now. Also, we have Karen Atia, side effects of it's about journalism, but I can't remember the exact name of the episode. I mean, I've had Immortal Technique on the podcast twice already. Yep, we have Sarah El Hassan come on to talk about Sudan. I also, damn, who am I forgetting? I just interviewed them. We had Kimberly Latrice Jones the other day. Oh, my homegirl. We have my homegirl Margaret Jaffe, and she is she works in the neurodivergent field, and so we did side effects of neurodivergence, and it was just so informative, and we just like, I swear me and my producer, we were both just like taking notes, like learning while we're doing the podcast. So really excited about all of these podcast episodes coming up, because all of them are just chock full of really knowledgeable folks. I need to do some solo episodes and get that together. I don't know who Bria Baker is. Who's Bria Baker? What does Bria Baker do? Put me on. Because I don't know that person. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why y'all was telling me to block Dynamite, but I just did. Thank you, Ariana. So if you're just joining, want to remind you that you can get your Smart Funny in Black pins as well as your Smart Funny in Black bonnets. They'll only be on sale until Sunday, and then I will be closing the sales so that I can start packaging and shipping them out. So if you are looking for a way to support while also being fly, then you can get you your pin. It comes with a bookmark, and you can also get you the bonnet, which is the bonus bundle that comes with the bonnet, a sticker pack, and the bookmark. And this is all from my company, Amanda Land Exports. And we you know, we love an independent gal, right? We love an independent gal. So I feel like it's hard to find, you know, people who are really about it, but I am. Yeah, I think the dynamite person actually like came on with a different with a different thing, but I blocked them now. So I got it. You know, it's different over here on YouTube. And I know people are like, well, YouTube is the same as Instagram. No, it's literally not. But it's also like, it's one thing to be on both. It's like, okay, you could be on heroin and coke, or you could just be on heroin. So, so it's like, and let me tell you, I compare it to a drug because this shit really is a drug. You know? Have I considered bringing the advice segment to Views from Amanda Land? No, because the advice segment was written every week by TJ. So, no, I have not. Also, because I produce Views from Amanda Land by myself. Like, that's why I had to stop doing, that's why I had to stop doing bonus question, and I had to stop doing things I learned this week, because it's like, it was just too much. I just could not manage doing all of that production all week long. I just couldn't. If it was the only thing I was doing in my life, then that'd be one thing. But because I've also got the book, and I've also got the What Would the Ancestors Say, and I've also got Amanda Land Exports, it's like, how, you know. And then I know some of y'all are like, well, what about Why Should Black People Care, etc.? That was that show. You know, like, Views from Amanda Land is its own show. And there's certain aspects that I've carried over. And then a lot of it, though, it's like, that was then, this is now. I don't want to bring it over. It's like when you lived with somebody in a house, like you live with your partner in a house and then you move. Like, there's a lot of shit that you like, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to just leave that there. You know? So I feel like that's what it is with the Amanda Seales show. Some of that shit is like, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to come up with some other ideas, and I'm going to leave that there. Stop eating that. Stop. This cat, boy, she be eating anything. And then you find it thrown up or shit out. Okay, somebody just bought a bonnet. Shout out to you. I see you. Somebody just bought a bonnet. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Show your love. Represent. Represent. Straight up real. Every day could be your last in the jungle. Get murdered on the humble. Guns of blast. Gumbo. No, that's not Lando. That's Jedi. Lando was with me all day. I was laid up sick all day, and Lando was with me laid up sick all day, purring. And you know, cats vibrate on a healing frequency. So I feel like Lando's vibrations was helping me to heal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yes, Chorus Eyes. Hit the like button. I don't know how it works over here. So your cat is obsessed with eating plastic, Kiana. That means that your cat has pica. Lando, he doesn't like eat the plastic, but he chews it. Stop. You're going to get sick. That cat ate 35 of my hair ties. I can't even have hair ties in this house no more. 35 of my hair ties. Because, I don't know, the doctor said it was anxiety. I think she just liked to eat stuff. Yes, she is a tuxedo cat. Yes, 35 hair ties. It was unbelievable. She got backed up from her neck to her booty. Had to go to the hospital. I had to race her to the hospital. And she, you get your cat to stop scratching the sofa by spraying them with a water bottle every time they scratch it. But you got to be like really, really on top of it. Spray it every time. Every time. They will start to really believe that, oh, scratching on this sofa means I'm going to get sprayed with water. And they will stop that joint. Darren Watson asks, am I dating? I am available to be dated. Am I in the process of dating? No. Do I have a crush on someone? Yes. All right, now somebody just brought them a bonnet. A Smart Funny and Black bonus bundle. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. TikToky, I understand that struggle. I understand that struggle. Shout out, somebody just bought themselves 2 pins. I see y'all. Thank you for supporting the Mandaland Export Store. Thank you. You know what? We don't love a crush moment. Not at 43. Thank you to Quan G. Appreciate you. We don't love a crush moment at 43. Because it's like, what are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? Like, so, you know, I don't know. Who knows if it will advance from a crush. I will tell you this. I thought I was crushing on somebody, and then after, like, well, first they rejected me, but also I realized that I really wasn't crushing on them. It was really just the results of my continual trauma, always going after, like, the narcissist. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like, when I realized later, like, damn, like, that person was not even good to you like that. Like, why would you still? But it was because they had come back years later on some redemption song type stuff. Thank you for ordering. Somebody just ordered the pin. And when they came back on the redemption song type thing, it's like you feel that affirming, right? And it's a trigger. And that affirming is that thing that you didn't have. And so, like, it feels like something more than what it actually is. It really shouldn't open the door again. It really should just be like, okay, good for you that you figured that out. And then you keep on going. You know? My horoscope, I'm a Cancer, Virgo. So I had to come to terms with that and realize that, like, oh, that wasn't actually me having a crush on you. That was me having unresolved, it's not unresolved, but that was me thinking with my trauma. The Virgo is strong in me. Yes. Because I'm also autistic. So, you know, and my autism shows up in very particular ways as autism does. Lil Kim or Foxy Brown? Oh, Lil Kim. Foxy Brown's she's mean. Lil Kim's very nice, sweetheart, and she had better songs. Yeah, RFK Jr. I don't even know. We're just at the beginning of the worst time. Wow! Thanks, Kelly Brown. That's a heck of a super. Appreciate you. So one time I was in I was in like Minister Farrakhan had like called together this whole like hip hop like peace panel when 50 and Ja Rule were beefing, and I was invited to the panel, and I was sitting next to, they put me next to Foxy Brown. So during the panel on our T-Mobile sidekicks, me and Foxy Brown started emailing, like texting essentially each other. And you know, listen, I'm the type of gal that I really be thinking people are who they are because I'm who I am. So when people, like, the idea of people switching up is never top of mind for me. So me and Foxy, we're kikiing, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, hoo hoo hoo, during the conversation and whatnot. And then after, she like sends me this text and is like, don't be talking shit about me on the radio, blase boom, rakakakakaka. And I was like, oh wow, like you really did a whole switch up. And she was like, I'm gonna tell Jay. Ma'am, go ahead and tell Sean Carter, please. Actually, I'm gonna tell him before you. And so I texted Jay and was like, get your artists over here mad at people talking about the shit that she's doing in the world. A mess. A mess. This is when she had gotten in that thing with the remember when she got into a whole thing at the nail shop? There was like a whole thing Foxy Brown got into at a nail shop. She like literally like got into a fight at a nail shop. It was crazy. But you know, that was a time. Someone just said, what about interviewing Maya? That's so random. That's so random. I'm not really interested in interviewing like recording artists like that. Like that's not really like my thing. Like even on my podcast, like people be what's it called? People be having like publicists be hitting me up like so and so is on this TV show. I couldn't give a rat's ass. I really couldn't care less what TV show they're on. I was never at an Easter picnic in the Valley. What you talking about? You'll never forget Amanda as a kid at an Easter picnic in the Valley? Huh? Maya has a diet lifestyle change. Yeah, that's not my, that's, I'm not interested in having an interview with that. Like, unless it's like on an expertise level. For instance, like I had Ananda on my show on Small Doses to talk about like how she cured her own, not cured, but how she like dealt with her holistic approach to dealing with her own breast cancer. And she basically became an expert and was able to bring her breast cancer down from a stage 4 to a stage 2 through her own methods. You feel me? Like that to me, like that's a conversation. But like, you know, Maya's on a keto diet. Like that's not necessarily interesting to me as like a topic of discussion. Shout out to Ananda Lewis. Just such a lovely, incredible person. Shout out to Free. Such a lovely, incredible person. Have I met? No, I did not get to meet Whitney Houston. Said I'm saving all my love. Said I'm saving all my love. Said I'm saving all my love for you. What are they talking about single women? Ananda recently said the cancer got worse. Did she? Oh, I need to reach out to her. Do I have any new projects I'm working on? Yeah. Views from Amandaland, Monday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Amanda Seals TV. It's a good time. Someone said they're finna hit Miss Amanda. You finna hit this block button real quick. Why is a viewer review commenter? What is one of my favorite dishes from Grenada? Y'all have to understand something about me. I'm not like a foodie type person. All right, I gotta reach out to Ananda. I'm not a foodie type person. Like, I'm just not really like excited about food like that. I got 3 more of these and then I'm heading out. But thank you to everybody who ordered tonight. Exactly, Patricia. I love beverages and candy. That's what I love. Ask me about candy and beverages. I love a beverage. And I don't mean alcoholic. I love just like beverages. I don't know. Like, no, you can't bust out the turntables on here because they be getting you for copyright infringement. I said, I mentioned that my mom has narcissistic traits. Have I noticed them in myself? I feel like what I thought were narcissistic traits, I've after further discovery, I've learned were something else. And because I used to always like ask my therapist, like, am I a narcissist? I don't want to be a narcissist. And she would always be like, no, you're not a narcissist. Like, why do you always think you're a narcissist? And I'm like, well, because people keep telling me I'm a narcissist. And she's like, then people don't even know you, though. And furthermore, she's like, you have immense empathy. Like, that's the key tenet to being a narcissist, is that you don't have empathy. And I was like, so, but in further discovery, I learned that like people will be like, oh, like you're not people will tell me that I'm a narcissist because they're like, oh, you're never wrong. And it's like, no, I am wrong. It's just that the situations that you want me to claim I'm wrong in, I'm not wrong in. But I also know that I am somebody who is very much, I have justice sensitivity. And so, you know, if you come at me sideways, like, I'm going to defend myself. And people don't want you to do that. I would say, to me, like, narcissist traits are people who, like, covert narcissists are always playing victim. And so people will always try and say that I'm playing victim about certain things. However, at the end of the day, I'm not playing a victim. Like, if I tell you a story where somebody did me dirty and they legitimately did me dirty, how is that me playing the victim? Playing the victim is when you light the fire and then you put your hand in the fire and then you like, I burned my hand. That's playing the victim. Like, you created this whole situation. You created this whole situation and now you acting like you don't understand how this happened. And so people will try and assign that to me about shit that is just ridiculous. To this day, people are like, you're a victim because you went to a party that you weren't invited to. And I'm like, I was invited. And they're just like, no! Like, so, you know, what are you gonna do? You know, like, I left the real because they was racist and ridiculous. And they're like, you're always playing victim. I'm like, but they was racist and ridiculous. So I left. How is that me playing the victim? I'm telling you what they is, and I'm telling you why I left. And they call that playing the victim. Okay. So yes, Royal Majesty, incredibly. I'm glad you saw that. Money on the Real is horrible. Horrible. Money on the Real was terrible. Absolutely terrible. No, she does not. That's facts. But nonetheless, so this, and I think that we live in a society that basically tries to say that if you are a whistleblower, that you are, that's funny. It should have been called The Surface. If you are a whistleblower, that you're playing the victim or something. And the truth is that's not the case. So The Real was racist because behind the scenes, the producers were all white people. Sorry, the executives, like the people who were in charge were all white people. And essentially just really didn't care about what was best, or didn't even have any real insight into I didn't see a Jessie Woo video about missing a dinner, so I don't know what that's about. But they didn't have any insight into the people that the show was for, but then will be telling us who should be on the show or what we should be talking about. How do you stay patient when trying to educate someone when they are set in their beliefs or viewpoints? Oh, I don't stay patient. I just don't stay. I'm not going to have a conversation with somebody who's not trying to be educated. That's why when people be like, oh, Amanda, you should have stayed on Instagram because we need you here. I'm like, if you fuck with me, then you gonna find me. That's it. No, yeah, I will not. So this whole but the people who need you, yeah, we're not doing that. So thank you to everybody who supported, from AmandaLandExports.com, as well as anybody who gave a super. Thank you. And I am about to go to sleep. Jessie Woo said she was disappointed when she thought y'all would have dinner lunch, but she wanted promo, then went on to vent. When did she do that? I would love to hear this. When did she do that? I love how people be keeping my name in their mouth. She made that video a couple days ago. These broads is corny as hell. Y'all can go and tell Jessie Woo that I said that. She has my phone number. She has texted with me since then. If she had a problem with that, she could have verbalized that. Instead, she came to the internet to talk about it. How embarrassing. How pathetic. And let her know that. And to anybody who's watching this and is going to put it on Instagram, that is pathetic. If you have an issue with somebody that you talk to, that you have a direct line to, and they don't know about your issue with them until they hear about it on the internet, that is some corny, messy mess. Jessie, shame on you. Pathetic. And that right there says that I made the right decision. I would have never, I didn't need to spend time at dinner with you, baby. I didn't need to spend time at dinner with you. It would have been a waste of my time. For the record, I was in Atlanta and I was promoting my show because I was doing Smart, Funny, and Black in Atlanta. And I was in the middle of a crisis because Live Nation had tried to cancel all of my shows. And so I was in Atlanta trying to save my tour, my livelihood. And so I was reaching out to people in Atlanta like, hey, can we do some promo for my show? And she was one of the people I reached out to. And she replied back like, oh, yeah, like, let's do it. And she created a whole story in her mind that I had never said to her. I never said, hey, let's go to dinner. Nothing. Nothing. I never said that. But I had reached out to a number of people. So like DJ Drama, I reached out to Greg, oh my gosh, to Greg, and I reached out to someone else. But let me tell you what's sad about this. Jessie Woo does have talent. And Greg Street, yes, and he was lovely. Shout out to Greg Street. Jessie Woo has talent. And what happens on this internet is that a lot of folks start forsaking their talent to just take the low road of being a part of the trending topics or the gossip realm. And I say that as somebody who has been sucked into that in the past. And what you have to realize is when you are actually in the mix of this world, of these people, etc., you have to understand that everything ain't content. Everything isn't content. When you know people, when you have their information and you make videos about them and you think it's still going to be cool, you are missing the reality of things and have been sucked into the actual matrix. Because everything is not content. When Charlemagne and I were cool, when I really regarded that man as my brother, y'all would be on my head. You need to say this to this man. You needed to say that to this man, etc., etc., etc. And I would never say nothing because this was my friend. I'm not making content. I'm not making content about that because that's a real person that I know. So Jessie Woo just made me somebody that doesn't respect her or regard her anymore that quickly. And I hope it was worth it because she can kiss my black ass. Mwah. But shout out to Pretty B. That's my boo. And B Simone. You guys have a great evening. And remember, go to amandalannesports.com. And I will see you guys on Monday morning at, what was I going to say? At 10 a.m.